Ladies and gentlemen, this is the third game of the promotional playoffs, and we have Bristol Thunder versus the Manchester Warriors. And our officials on Christmas and they cancel.
Hello and welcome to the Korfball Grand Finals weekend. My name's Tom Brady. I'm here with Jess Beale. We're here to see a really exciting, entertaining clash between two old rivals, Manchester Warriors versus Bristol Thunder. How are you, Jess? This is a really pivotal game now after Bristol losing that game this morning.
Yeah, they had a tough game this morning against Highbury. It was very closely fought, very tough game. Highbury just managed to pull away in the dying moments of the game. Warriors looking strong against Norwich City earlier today. It didn't quite have the intensity of the first game, but hopefully they can pick it up against old rivals Bristol Thunder today. Well,
Ramsey Barbier, he's going to have to come up big for them today, captaining for this game for the injured Jake Cooper. They are disappointed. I met some of them outside, they really were. Here's Mike Brown, very rarely disappointed unless he misses like that. Nice pick up underneath the post from Ben Nickerson. Flick back to Lucy McConnell, but bubbles loose to Sophie Cooper. And Mike tries to squeeze something out of nothing there, really. Nice collection and good control underneath the post. What's going to be the game plans here? I haven't seen these teams for most of the year, but we know most of these players. Jess, what are you expecting?
It's interesting that I would expect Mikey to start in attack. It's interesting that they send Ben Nickerson to the post. He's a strong attacker himself. I'm surprised that Mike's not potentially playing with another of their taller boys.
Yeah. Well, okay, they've got Alex.
Here goes Ben, he's driving in.
It's nice movement, Ben. Beautiful goal, nice one. Yeah, he's very smooth, very talented, brother of Johnny Nickerson, but yeah, he'll have to come up big for them today. Well, they've got Alex Forrest down the other end. It's not the biggest Warriors team that I've seen. Let's have a look at the style of Bristol Thunder. Nice turn from Ruth Barbier to Adam Knight. All shot not quite accurate enough. Bobbles off the top, well picked up by Alex Forrest. It's beautiful here, Jess, isn't it? Here in the copper box. You could feel the excitement, and that's a typical Mikey Brain shot from the outside, going close. Well run down by Sophie Cooper.
A bit of aggression from the girls there, a bit of drive. That's what we like to see early in the game.
Nice ball out from Lucy McConnell to Ben Nickerson.
Looks like they've made the decision to change it up, send Mikey to the post, let Ben come out and do some shooting.
Well done, Mike Brown coming in, picking up the crumbs from the Lucy McConnell shot. Nice ball over to Ben Nickerson, good stretch back, and don't normally see that called as defended at this level, but It is.
Just taking their time as they work it out. Building into the game.
It's quite a high-scoring game, Bristol against Highbury. 19-18, which really underneath the lights, 10 o'clock in the morning here. Decent crowd here already. Both teams kind of showed no nerves, but it was great moves from Ramsey Barbier getting Ruth Barbier getting a feed of her husband Ramsey. Ramsey will tuck that one away, just a little roll off the top, and it goes in safely. But they scored really well, but somehow Highbury managed a tactical twist late in the second half and just stopped Bristol, and I think they just got a little bit nervous towards the end, and Highbury just kept on playing, and it really puts Bristol in a lot of jeopardy in this game. They've got to win or they're going home disappointed tonight.
Definitely. Bristol are going to look to pull out all the stops. I've heard that they've recruited the help of Ruskar Taylor, very, very experienced Korfball coach, to come along and help coach them this weekend.
And one of our favourites, Jess.
We do like his style of play. I have heard from one or two Bristol Thunder players that he has tried to introduce rebound to their style of defence. Now, a lot of them aren't necessarily familiar with it. It's a beautiful goal from Bexy Fitch. That's her distance. She loves to score goals from there.
Very, very nice shot she's got. Never afraid to take it. Very good percentage, and that's the sort of goal that they're going to have to score if they're going to trade with this Warriors team. But that takes them 2-1 into the lead.
But that match up there, that one there between Ruth Barbier and Emma Higton, that is going to be really interesting to watch.
Yeah.
If you're a female Korfer and you want to see how to play aggressive attacking Korfball, that's a beautiful matchup to watch.
Both of them got a lot of experience and a lot of good positive aggression and drive. Dave Payton comes up short, easily picked up by Ben Nickerson. And let's have a look at the other matchups down there. We've got Rebecca Kadegaard just getting the ball now. And now there's Higdon. Nice extension on the shot. Peter McGuigan doesn't fool his player. But that's nice about Emma Higdon. That's what I'm talking about, the great experience that she's got.
She just wanted that step there from Alex at the post, and yet he wasn't quite looking for it.
But she showed it to him now, and hopefully he'll be alive to it next time.
I don't mind the tempo the Warriors are playing with. It's quite relaxed. It's not the fast pace that we had earlier in the early two games that we saw this morning, but it's good. They're warming up into it.
Yeah, well, there's a lot on the line, Jess, as I keep on saying, really. I think Warriors could afford to lose this and still claim a slim chance of going through. But with the next game coming up, Norwich City versus Highbury, neither of those teams lost yet.
Heidi Payton looking to shoot from distance. Closely marked by Lucy McConnell there.
And that's Mike Brain giving Dave Payton a lot of attention. Adam Knights comes up short there. I don't know if Ben Nixon got a block on that, but it was a long way off target. Probably one of the weakest attacks they have. Didn't seem to be at the right distance, didn't kind of move it very well. This is at the stage where good teams start to work out the attack of the other team, and Warriors are a good team in that. They will use their experience to find a shape to drive their opponents out. Look, we see this, okay, there's no post action, no real attacking threat. Nice drive in from Heidi, but once again, not really collecting with the shot, not finding the rhythm down there, Jess.
Yeah, at the moment, they seem to be playing very much girls in, getting an early feed and looking for the boys to shoot off the bat. I do understand it. I do see that Mikey and Ben are potentially looking to drop to pick off the shot, so it does make sense to try and get that ball out to the boys. But you've got two very experienced girls down that end in Bexy Fitch and Heidi Payton. I've been looking to attack through them to start with.
Well, you have to say Bexy Fitch is probably the most dangerous girl in the game, or dangerous player in the game. Maybe Ruth Barbier might have a shout about that. And that's unfortunate from Heidi. Just drops the ball on her foot and gives the ball back to Warriors. Slow start in the scoring stakes.
I don't know if it's because these two teams know each other so well. They play each other, I know it's only, twice a year, but it has been twice a year for the last 2, 3, 4 years that they've played against each other. They do know each other very well. So there is that potential that it might be a slow start.
And Alex Forrest drops it with his first shot. Really nice from range, getting the ball from RK, extending nicely, and takes us to a tied game.
So that's exactly what Warriors needed at that moment. They needed a goal just to turn it over, but to keep them in contention, keep it at 2 or keep it level, but get a different set of players into attack.
It was a nice turn from Ruth Babir there, under pressure from Emma, but they didn't seem to be converging on the post for a dynamic collect.
Lucy McConnell, she may be very small in stature, but she's got a very powerful shot from the outside.
And she does drive and move very quickly, but she just a little bit sloppy passing the ball in, allowed Lucy McConnell, and Heidi Payton to pick that off. Nice ball over the top from Ruth. Shot from Sam Ward.
Mikey Brain looking to shoot from distance. 2 passes in the attack.
Well, he is a player who likes to shoot well. He can play collect, but he is a really great out-and-out attacker. I know. Fantastic turn from Lucy McConnell. I know from painful experience, Mikey can change a game with his scoring, but at the moment, I think both teams just need a little bit of a spark, and maybe that turn there from Lucy might do something for them.
The crowd below us just starting to get some chanting going, which is always nice in an arena like this. I think we need a bit of atmosphere to keep the game alive.
Yeah, I think it probably is livening up. It's filling up very, very nicely. I think a lot of people paid good money for these tickets. Mike again from range. Well picked up by Ben. Pulls his player onto him. Yeah, no, I think that was a justified free pass.
I like this. Warriors aren't panicking. They're not doing anything to set the world alight. They're just setting up a nice controlled attack, taking their shots, winning the rebounds, which is so important. If you want to play like that, you've got to control the post, win those rebounds, keep the ball.
I think the worrying thing for me about Warriors, Jess, was they didn't score particularly freely in the game against Norwich City this morning. There was periods of the game where they looked like they were short on confidence a little bit, but they've come through the game and it's only about winning. But this game is going to be a lot tougher for them, I think. But they lose out to that for football.
Do you think the teams will suffer from maybe not a lack of fitness, but they're not used to playing 2 games in a day, and the games are long, very intense. Both teams have had very close games so far. Do you think either team will suffer from that?
They've got to do, really. I mean, remember, Jess, we played last year. Was it 2 games with only 40 minutes in the promo competition, and it was quite tough. But you would still, the games were 20 minutes shorter than this. Especially as Bristol were taken. Oh, beautiful from Ramsey Barbier. Nice extension, nice soft little drop into the court. Especially as Bristol were taken really to the dying seconds, they lost it really with the ball in their hands, trying to get that last equalising goal. So I'd imagine Warriors might be a tad fresher, but we know these players. We know that they can certainly put 2 good games in. Maybe it might be. Well, let's wait and see. They've only got 1 game tomorrow, so they can really try and push themselves into the ground. And that's a nice move there from RK. Just getting a little shove in the back as she passes up to Emma Higton, brings Alex Forrest to the line. We've seen a few penalties missed, but not that one. Dropped in very nicely, and Warriors take the lead.
I'd say a very assured and dominant performance so far from Warriors. They don't seem to panic. They seem to have a game plan, and it seems to be working for them at the moment. Yeah.
But still, I'd be nervous, Jess. These games so much on the line, playing in the English Korfball League.
Definitely. We came up last night with our Birmingham City contingent.
Yeah.
We're staying in an Airbnb, and we were chatting, and everyone was saying to me, how nice is it to not have that feeling the night before where you're just absolutely terrified, constantly trying to think of everything that might happen. And what a spectacle it is. I mean, we went and had a few shots earlier, didn't we, Tom, on the pitch
and it just felt
before
fantastic.
The matches started. And
it's
nice
just brilliant. Ball in there from RK, but good hands from Ramsey. Yeah, I must say, I'm kind of secretly glad we're not playing in this. But I know that these teams have trade all year. They probably don't think about much. Oh, nice move from RK. The ball comes out to Alex, but the shot's not good. Maybe as he stood on Ramsey's foot. But they've trained so hard, they've played so hard. Bristol, and in fact, both these teams, I don't think neither of them been to National League before.
No, I don't believe so.
But they're here every year and they're trying. And I know these Korfers, they're dedicated people that love the game so much and are trying so hard. But as are Highbury and Norwich City, they're kind of newcomers to this, let's say, this level. But
yeah.
played decently this morning. Nice ball over the top to Emma Higdon, picks it up from low and extends the shot nicely. Not much ball retention, Jess. Maybe that's what we're kind of reacting to here. There's no real kind of rhythm. Maybe they're not able to dominate the shot. They're not dominate the collecting, or they're not shooting at the right time. But they don't seem to be stringing shots together, neither team.
It seems there's a lot of intercepted balls, a lot of hands to loose balls. It does seem that they're reading each other really well. They know they're playing within their comfort zone, I would say, at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, it seems as though both teams are able to read that.
Both coaches still sitting down.
Which is a good sign.
It
Very
is a
calm.
good sign, yeah, because Ross Carr-Taylor, standing coach for Bristol, was getting quite animated this morning. Poor old Kev Moss with his is that Achilles injury that he's got, but he's got the boot on and he can't move around too much.
I think he was just on the mend and then he ruptured it, I believe. So
okay, looks like we've got a substitution coming up. It looks like that's Jake coming on. Now, when he got injured this morning, Jake Cooper, then number 13. I don't know if you're going to see him in the camera. When he got injured nice ball from Pete McGuigan. Nice ball over the top, and Bristol Thunder just sleeping there. But when Jake, and actually he's come on and ended up going straight into defence. And if you're injured, I don't think it's exactly what you wanted to do. But obviously, coach wasn't to know that goal was to go in. But maybe he could have changed his mind on the substitution. Jake, he hurt his Achilles this morning and he looked bad and he was lying down with ice, and I really, really, really hope he has recovered some semblance of power in that.
Yeah, I spoke to him shortly after the game and he said, I think it's a bit of a niggle, I think it's a long-standing thing. He didn't seem to think that anything had happened in the game.
Yeah.
He just felt that there was no resistance there, he couldn't push off. I can't tell if he is limping or if that's just his natural gait. But I'm hoping he'll be all right because he could have a crucial part to play in this game.
Now, I tell you what, no one exploits injured players better than Mike Brain. He's just aggressive and he's horrible. He just moves sharply and really, if he senses weakness, he's going to make something of it. But it's going to be a quick little turn, a quick little step back. You've got to be sharp on him. So I hope Jake's in good shape. Nice ball over. Yeah, this is better movement from Bristol. I'm liking this. I'm liking the way that they're floating it around. Shot from Lizzie Ty, but not really at a great time, especially with the biggest player on the pitch, Alex Forrest, hovering around there and hoovering that up. That's a nice ball. There's Mike Brain. He shoot out there all day, but Dave Payton fighting in it at the post and winning against Ben Nickerson.
Hoping Ruth Barbier or even Ramsey can take control of this end and just try and string a few nice attacks together. See, that's nice. That's nice and aggressive.
That's great moves from Ruth. And finds a good space. Doesn't find the good shot, but you picked out that matchup, Ruth, against Emma Higdon. It's difficult because Ruth likes to physically dominate her player, and it's hard to do that with Emma because she won't have it.
Warriors just slowing the attack down, looking to work on Dave Payton.
And then looking for the move off, and
see, that's a nice idea. I just think it was poorly executed. The pass wasn't great.
Yeah.
I think Lucy really, if she was able, should have passed that with her left hand.
Yeah, I think good idea. Not the best execution. But generally, teams go to that when they're struggling a little bit with their outside shot and their outside movement.
Or even shot clock pressure. We need to get a shot up quick. We'll
drop
off from the post.
And so we got 8 minutes left in the first half, and Warriors, even though they're leading, they've only scored 5 goals. So neither team can be taking much confidence from the way that they're playing, because All it's going to take is a run from the opposition, and this 2-goal lead is going to disappear. Yeah, it was a good turn from Lucy McConnell. Did Hardy Payton get hands on that?
I don't know much about this Sam Ward. I believe he's new this year to Bristol Thunder. I may be wrong. That's a lovely turn
great
from Ramsey
pick-up
Barber.
and
He
turn
loves that
from
kind
Ramsey,
of shot
yeah.
right under the post on one leg. But I like the look of this Sam Ward.
Yeah.
I think he's tall, he's athletic.
He is athletic.
He moves in quite a nice way.
Yeah. It's nice from Lucy, well picked up by Mike.
This is what I mean about Warriors. They're not setting the world alight. They're not doing anything, groundbreaking. They just tend to play 3-1, occasionally into 2-2. Now, that's not to say that's not good, because it works for them. They seem to be scoring the goals. When they can keep the ball, they're unstoppable.
Winning that one against Ben Nickerson. Yeah, look, it's certainly okay. The pass was poor, the two-handed pass, but he's looking to try and generate some rhythm. Look, just a tad stiff, but he is athletic. Whew.
So we've got 6 minutes left at the half, and it's still only 5-3. It's quite a low-scoring affair so far.
Okay, look, so we're finally seeing a timeout. That looks like that's coming from Ross Carr-Taylor. So, Jess, really, it's hard to kind of dissect the tactics. Yeah, we're seeing Warriors playing slow and methodical, trying to set up some set positions. Bristol, I'm not quite sure what they were doing in the beginning of the game, but now they're starting to try and be a bit more fluid and start to play a few angles around the post. But I don't understand what their post strategy is, what their rebound or retention strategy is, because they're driving in for the feed, not really getting it. What are you reading in this game?
I completely agree. At the moment in attack, I'd say Ruth and Ramsey, the Barbies, they are your strength. They are the ones that you would go to try and generate something. Sam, therefore, with his height, is generally going to be your rebound player. Now, he's not going in there as much, and I don't know if that's because I believe he's playing against Mikey Brain.
No, is that on the other end?
He's playing against Alex Forrest.
Yeah, he's playing against Alex Forrest. That's why he's not going in. Yeah,
exactly. So I think they're either not recognising that Sam is trying to not go in because Alex is there, or Alex has been sent on to play rebound against him. But then again, they just need to communicate that. They need to decide, what is it that we're doing? Who is going to that post? Because you can't try and play this game without having. Yes, there is a place for dynamic collect, but I don't think it is right now.
Well, here's some extra height coming on from Nikki James. You're just seeing that, I think in your pictures at the moment. She's really come along in the last couple of years, because we've been doing some coaching with her, and her shot is looking really better. But she's always been a nice, big, athletic player, and maybe that's what they need, just to hold on to that ball a little bit more. Lizzie Ty, perhaps, who's just gone off, perhaps a little bit more fluent and smooth in her play. Let's see how Nikki gets on in the first few touches. That's nice movement around, but that's really well read by RK.
So I have my eye on Alex Forrest there, and he definitely is trying to play some form of rebound against Sam Ward. But I don't know that Sam is communicating that to the rest of his team, and that might be where the issue lies.
Mike turns one down from range. Ben Nickerson not really taking up a real good post position, but catches Dave Payton asleep, takes two shots and misses them both.
So that's where I want to see Bristol Thunder taking that front line, and you can't let them have the post and then let them have the feed. You've got to stop one or the other.
Nice combination between the Barbies. Yeah.
Good hustle from Rebecca Kadegaard. I feel like Rebecca Kadegaard is quite an underrated player. She's not one of those names that you kind of go, oh, I don't want to play against her. Whereas actually, I've played against her quite a few times in the last few years, and she puts up a really good fight.
And she's very solid. You can see right there from the two balls that she won there. Athletic.
Great hustle. She's got a good turn of speed, and she's pretty deadly from distance.
And it's good work from Ben Nickerson. They've kind of given away all structure, and Ben was just kind of playing almost a 3-1. kind of sitting off the back of the post on Dave Payton, and now look at Warriors are starting to string a few collections together. This is much better from them.
So again, here in defence of Bristol for me. Oh, that's a shame. Again, I want to see them taking that extreme front line.
Yeah.
They're going to shoot from distance, then you can't let them shoot from distance and then have a feed as well.
Yeah. Especially as I don't think that shot off the back is necessarily Lucy's shot. She's always going to come forward for that. Not quite sure what happened there, but anyway, just a bit less than 5 minutes. Low scoring first half. Hopefully it's going to crack up real soon. See that? Oh, nice move there from Ruth Barbier. Nice extension. That's her goal. Beautiful. That's going to get them going, Jess. Just watch it on the replay. Yeah, just that aggression moving on the inside. You can't let her go inside because she scores a really nice running in shot. That's nice from Mike. He's a little bit off range there. Not really hitting the basket too much, but the shape looked nice. Tried to drive through, but Jake Cooper keeping a very good line.
Jake Cooper's another player that I think has really developed in the last year or two. He's always been good, but I think really, he's really come into his own. He has become a captain. He is leading the team from the front.
Oh, he's physically strong and fit. I've played him a couple of times over the last couple of years, and yeah, really, he's a handful.
This is already looking much more aggressive from Bristol. I like it. They're just getting the ball through hands, getting a nice tempo going, and not afraid to put their shots up.
That's a nice
and
pull
at this
in
stage of the game,
from Sandward. Yeah,
you've got to shoot.
Yeah. Good turn from Lucy McConnell. Bristol thinks probably just need to sharpen up a little bit. They are allowing some turns. That's what Manchester do. Everyone knows they do it. They like to do it. You've got to be switched on to it. Maybe that's a little bit of the fatigue you're talking about. They're almost an hour and a half into Korfball today.
So again, it's a bit of lack of vision there from Ramsey. He always knew he wanted to take that shot, but I think it was Ruth who was already there for the feed. She was offering it. She made herself nice and big. And yet he turned that one down when there was no collect.
It's good ball over the top from Nikki
that's
to
Ruth's
Ruth.
bread and butter. If she can start scoring there, they're going to be a real trouble for Warriors.
Oh, that's a nice structure, nice flowing out. The ball to Lucy McCall, deserved a goal.
I like that.
Mike squeezes one out. Yeah, that was better from them. They're starting to attack with a little bit more intent. They stretch their lead back out to 2. Still low scoring, but it's good to see some late goals going in. Hopefully give a little bit of momentum. Looking like Manchester Warriors going to be making a substitution. Looks at Tom Shaves coming on. Yeah, out for Mikey Brain. All right, so we just want to... He scored his goal. No, he's going to change ends.
He needs to...
No, he's not going to change ends. He's actually going to sit him down.
To Ben Nicholson.
No words exchanged between Kevin and Mike as he sits down, so it's not a...
Do you think that they could be resting him?
No, he wasn't shooting particularly well, but lucky that he scored the last goal, so he...
How do you feel about coaches bringing players on into defence?
As a player, I don't like it. as a coach, unless you've got a specialist defender,
of course,
then and then it's a really good move, or it can be a good move. As a coach, you take responsibility for it. If it works, we're all brilliant. If it doesn't, then okay, you're the fool that did it. So it's not something that I particularly like. But then again, like for someone like Mike, do I really want to let him run around this last couple of minutes against an enthusiastic player trying to get that goal back? If I could just put a player on and just let him do Mike's running for me, then I'm probably going to go with that. Nice from Heidi.
Nice.
Heidi Payton drops it down from about 5 metres.
That was a lovely link up between the girls there. I just saw it in Bexy Fitch's face. She got that ball in the feed and she just said to Heidi, drive. She didn't necessarily get the run up, but that driving in created the opportunity to come back off the back and take that shot from distance. Bit more energy in the game now, I feel. The ball's moving quicker.
Yeah, and we're getting goals going in, which is great. And yeah, you could see maybe Bristol just a little bit asleep in this game. Now they're looking a lot more
I'm a
aggressive,
fan
looking
of
a lot
that
more
pass.
expansive, and that's a really nice attack. And we're unlucky not even to collect that because it set up just a little bit longer than it might have done as it rolled around. And
Last 10 in the attack then. He's going to shoot from
Pete McGuigan
distance.
from downtown! Yes, scores! Draws a nice cheer from the crowd. You're going to call that one a buzzer beater. Oh, we're in real time. I'd imagine in the last 2 minutes here. That's why we're going to get a little bit more time. 3 seconds on the clock. Nicky James from Raise! Goal! And the game comes alive in the last 9 seconds.
That is fantastic. Anything you can do.
Are they definitely calling that a goal? No,
No.
The waving arm symbol is for half time rather than a goal.
Oh, I don't
really
think
great to
Bristol
see
know
those
that.
couple of minutes. It's kind of making it a little bit more decent. Still a low scoring half, Jess.
Yeah, I think the crowd have definitely got into it now. That's woken a few people up. Just saw a few people on their feet at the last 2 shots that we've just had.
Okay, so we'll be back in a couple of minutes with the second half. Second half of the promo game here at the Copper Box. My name's Tom Brady. I'm with Jess Bill, and we're enjoying this close contest. Not a high-scoring contest, but a close contest between Manchester Warrior versus Bristol Thunder. Jess, what are you looking for in the second half?
I'd like to see a bit more tempo. This is the last half that they've got to give today. I know they've still got 2 games tomorrow that are very important. Oh, 1 game tomorrow. One game tomorrow, which could end up being the decider. I'd like to see a bit more passion, a bit more aggression.
Yeah. Well, we're starting to see a bit more of that from Bristol towards the end of the half. Nice balance from Ben Nicholson, but well picked off by Jake Cooper. Just not moving that fluently on the way out, but there's nothing particularly wrong with him. So hopefully, if we can stay on and stay fit, that's going to be a bonus for Bristol. Only chasing 1 goal at the moment from behind, but this is a must-win game. Fantastic drive from Nikki James, getting the ball back from Sam Ward.
I think she surprised herself there.
Yeah, I think she did look a little bit surprised. I think Ruth just kind of advising maybe she'd have gone overhand there, but that's a difficult shot when she was moving in like that. But her line was very good, very positive sign for
push
Bristol.
in the back there on Tom Shea from Jake Cooper.
Long way out. This is a little bit slow and laboured, and they're facing out the back of the post. Lucy McConnell under pressure.
There wasn't a lot of options for her there.
Yeah, it's a little bit sloppy, just in terms of their structure. They generally set themselves up just a little bit better than that.
I wonder if once Ben Nicholson's gone to the post, I wonder if they're just struggling to move the ball a bit on the outside.
Yeah, you can see, I don't know quite what's on his shot now, Mars, from Ruth Barbier, but she can claim an assist as her husband, Ramsey, comes in, picks the ball up, turns around, really nice arm extension. Was that a shot from Ruth? Not sure.
I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure she would have agreed that could have been called defended.
Yeah, well,
had Chris wanted to, but
yeah,
it's one of those where everyone kind of just goes, oh yeah, we're waiting for the whistle, and the whistle doesn't go. And whoever's alert still playing to the whistle, they get the goal.
It was a great drive from Heidi Payton. Nice traditional running in shot. Don't see those too often with that much space. She must have disappointed that she missed that. But it's brought the game level. Jess, I really like this. Then we can see what Warriors are made of. Not playing that fluently, and that's a little bit laboured on the way around. Rebecca Kadegaard just being well defended by Nikki James, but gives over a nice ball to Alex Forrest. What a really great assist. Two-handed to a nice big step back from Alex. Yeah, that's good call.
It can really make the difference when somebody who you classify as your rebounder, your go-to post person, if they can start scoring the goals, that really can make the difference in the game.
You get more rebounds. When your rebounder starts scoring, your defender gets a little bit nervous. They allow you to pick up a little bit more because they're worried about your scoring. And that's
sloppy pass
sloppy.
From Rebecca Kadegaard. I'd like to see Emma Higton get involved in the attack more. She's doing a lot of the post work, doing a lot of the feeding. But I'd like to see her trying to take on Ruthie.
Yeah, but Ruth Barbier is a real handful for anybody to play against. Very aggressive, really very focused out there on the pitch. Doesn't want to give an inch in any area of the game. And there she gets it. A beautiful, nice extension, long, easy bounce, which looks like Pete McGuigan had to foul Sam Ward in order to get that back.
What's your opinion on this moving the ball out of defence? Should people defend it? Do we need a time limit?
Well, yeah.
It is a bit of a dead space in the game.
As I've said before, and probably a few times, not my favourite part of the game to watch or to actually play. I can get how it's a skill, and maybe you can be good at it or bad at it. It's just, do people want to pay to see that skill? Is it? But what else are you going to do? You're going to allow free passage out? It just seems a little bit incongruous to allow a team to be able to move the ball and you're not competing with it.
Brilliant footwork there from Ruth Barbier to try and get back into a defending position.
Yeah.
Rebecca Kadegaard will shoot from distance.
Nice turn from Pete McGuigan. Gets called defended. Yeah, and it's not my favourite part of the game. I think maybe everyone should just be good enough at it and we can just all move it out quickly. I do know that it can be tiring, and sometimes it is better just to let it go. And that's nice. That's classical.
Nice passage of play
classical
there.
Bexley Fitch shot, except for it didn't go in. Yeah, now Alex steps forward. Ruth might have had a good shout for defended, even though it's less an unorthodox arm there. Micah James gets in and breaks up that attack.
I like the way Heidi Payton and Bexley Fitch are linking up together.
Yeah.
It's nice to see girls that play well together.
And they're combining between themselves to try and create something. This is good play from Bristol. It's nice movement. And they're rewarded with a nice, comfortable rebound, retention, reset. And now Payton doing well. That's a great moves from Cooper. Really good phase. They deserve a goal at the end of this, and that was perhaps a little bit unorthodox. Looks like we're going to have a substitution coming. So that's Sarah Halstead coming on. Yeah.
Rebecca Cadegaard.
Rebecca Cadegaard coming on. Yeah, she's fought well. Hasn't necessarily offered enough in attack, perhaps, but she's been very solid. And I suppose that the 2 1-hour games in a day, Jess, they're going to test your bench.
Definitely. I remember last year when we were there. I was lucky enough to be captain for the trip, and I had to work very closely with our then coach Rick Scowcroft to try and work out. You have got a squad. You've got lots of players, lots of game time, and it's about getting the right people on the pitch for the right amount of time.
Yeah.
It's not it's not pity time. It's really not when there's so much to play for.
Yeah.
But equally, it's learning when you can rest those players. Like you said about Mike Brain, who does look as though he is about to make a reappearance in the game. But it is about making sure that your key players, are they rested enough?
Yeah.
Can you bring them off? Have you got the bench that can come on and still keep the game ticking over?
And as Birmingham City know from coming up last year, as we have played some National League quite a few seasons over the last few seasons, you need a squad to survive the season. So this one, I think this promo format is a really good test. You're going to really test, and that's Ben Nixon coming off, leaving Tom Shave on, playing now with Mike Brain. It's a real test. Have you got the squad to play 2-hour games in one day and one on the next? If you haven't, well then maybe you ain't got a squad to go up and play National League anyway. Nice ball over. Pete McGuigan snatches at it a little bit though. Maybe it wasn't there. Under good attention, good from Sam Ward. That's nice turn off. Bexley Fitch, they need to get her more in the game. She can get the hot hand going. I mean, she's taken a few shots, but perhaps not dominating like I was kind of hoping for the sake of the game she would do at the beginning. Oh, Ramsey Barbier, if that was clean, it was beautiful. Yeah, it doesn't look like too much complaint from Alex Forrest. Ramsey's made an incredible comeback from his, was it a cruciate knee injury that he had. He works so hard, his strength is so great. We're lucky enough to work with him at Wales level. Really good to see him coming back, and that's a really good sign for him and Wales that he's able to make interceptions like that.
Mike Brain just enjoying himself there, able to head the ball instead of trying to catch it. What the shame was in that last attack, Heidi got the ball about 5 times, was doing all the work, was taking on all the boys, winning the ball, got clean through for a runner, and they just didn't see her.
Yeah, she is working hard. She's getting some nice space in front of the post in the feed position.
That's the move.
No, that's great. Oh, Bexley not great. Well done, Mike Brain, coming over the top to get it.
The thing is, you can't see it on screen now, but Bexley's body language after that shot, she was so disappointed in herself, so gutted. But actually, you've got to turn that around. You've got to say to your team, look what we just achieved. I got free for a free runner. Yes, I missed it, but I'm not going to miss the next one.
Yeah. Well, she, as far as I would what I've seen of her, she does have a great mental attitude, very aggressive. Like to be a good scorer like her, you need to have that aggressive attitude. And I must say, yeah, she's always looked mentally strong to me. But a team really need her now to come up and start dropping a couple of these shots. And there's going to be a timeout now. I'm not sure, was that called by Ross Carr-Taylor? He seemed to be up out of the seat a little bit quickest. So it's just one goal. It's suddenly, after that flurry of goals, Jess, at the end of the first half, he has slowed down again. It's a real chess battle, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. I still can't quite call who's going to come out on top. I mean, it looks as though Warriors are the ones that are playing the more assured style. They seem very confident in what they're doing. But Bristol aren't going away. You know, it is only one goal. And they have got goal scorers in their team. It just needs them to start putting those goals in.
Well, I think at the moment they're trying to play the most fluent Korfball. They are trying to move it, even if they haven't quite got a strategy for their retention and collecting at the post. They perhaps need to just dig deep, really, because their whole season could be over here in 15 minutes' time unless they claw this one goal back and get ahead. You can certainly count on Warriors to answer that if Bristol do get ahead. Oh, fantastic combination between the girls and a great shot from Heidi Payton underneath the post. Lovely little flick off there from Rebecca Fitch.
I do wonder if Ross Carr-Taylor's team talk there was feed the girls.
Yeah. And
they will score.
Well, he is a wily old fox, Ross Carr-Taylor. I do like the way he coaches and the teams it turns out. Oh, nice from range from Lucy McConnell. This is where Bristol could really test the mental strength of Manchester. Be nice to see a good, fluent, flowing attack. That's a nice turn from Ramsey. Well picked up from Sam Ward. If they can string a couple of collections together and end up with a good chance here. Oh, Ruth took an unorthodox route to it. Managed to get the ball back from Sam Ward, and the overhand running in shot that she does so well. Suddenly Bristol in the lead.
But will Mike Brain respond?
Lucy just seems to be shooting out of her range. I don't think I've seen us shoot long yet. Shooting short. Maybe that's a tribute to the pressure Heidi Payton's putting on her, but she perhaps just needs to work hard to get a little bit closer.
Well held from Sam Ward. The temptation was there to pass it to Nikki James, who was driving in, but so many hands in the way. And
the ball over the top to Ruth Barbier was very good, but perhaps that's the one where you need to follow up and offer the feed. Well, it's certainly what Ruth was expecting and hoping for.
Risky tactic there from Dave Payton.
I like a defence.
Back over your shoulder when you're in defence.
Well, it works, it's okay, but when it doesn't, it's a hammer blow.
It's one of those things, it's just a gut reaction. Just trying to keep the ball on the pitch, not realising that actually, if the other team get it, they've got a free player and they're going to shoot.
That wasn't Ramsey's best shot, but I really like his aggression. I like the fact he is looking to shoot all the time, recognising that someone's going to have to step up. Lucy draws Heidi.
The Warriors have gone a bit one-dimensional at the moment. I don't know if is their plan to attack through Lucy McConnell. It's not a bad plan, but I feel she is being left quite far out of her distance at the moment.
I've got to say, yeah, she's got to start closer, really. And that's nice move. But I think well held by Ruth. That's good sometimes, and a really nice move in for the feed there from Sam Ward at the back. That's one of the nicest attacks. Really nice. It showed discipline and good movement, and that one unfortunately has just broken it up. But for me, Bristol are playing the better Korfball at the moment.
I would definitely agree. Again, we've always said it that we do like to watch the same style of Korfball as each other. But I would agree. I like the way Bristol are moving the ball. I feel it is more fluid and producing the better chances at the moment.
See, this is just a little bit scrappy.
It's a shame we don't have any analysis type software, because if we did, when Warriors get the ball, they tend to, if they're not...
Oh, wow, that was it looked like a really nice move from Tom Shave, who who kind of took it. I think he got called cutting. I'm not sure. I thought he might have been around.
I
Sorry,
thought he
Jess, you were saying?
I feel that once Warriors have got somebody to the post, I feel like if they haven't got a feed and there's three of them on the outside, I'm a big fan of 3-1. I don't know that a lot of teams do it as effectively as they could, and I feel you could really have just thrown a blanket over all three players who are stood in a line out the front or to one side. They need to learn to keep that triangle that everyone always talks about whenever you get into 3-1. Here for me there, Cooper's offering herself too close to Lucy. She needs to come back into the space.
See, these are small angles the two outside attackers are making. That's quite wide angle, but once again they move closer, all in a line there. Oh, nice move from Mikey. Well picked up by Lucy McConnell. Mike wants it again. Got a good handle on it. Nice driving from Tom Shea, but it was all just a little bit close to Phoebe Cooper.
Great hold off there from Ruth Barbier on Alex Forrest.
Yeah, and Alex Forrest on the floor. So there's a spare boy, and I think he just gave that against Pete McGuigan for smothering the ball on his way out to Ramsey. It's Tom Shave and Phoebe Cooper coming off, and Rebecca Kadegaard and Ben Nickerson returning to the pitch. And that's nice from Bristol as Ramsey Barbier tucks it away. Well, Warriors are 2 down.
I think that's the first 2-goal lead that Bristol have had in the game. Is the tide changing? Are Bristol looking? I feel they're looking the more dominant.
I think they are.
But 2 goals isn't anything.
You just look at that. They really were literally all in a line.
Yeah.
One of them breaks off the line and they throw it off the pitch. I just think they're just a little bit short of ideas.
But if I know any team that can just suddenly pull a few goals out of anywhere, it is Manchester Warriors.
Well, they're our local rivals, so we respect them a lot from the number of times we played them. But
Very
I just don't think this is their best korfball that we're seeing here. Oh, that's fantastic from Jake Cooper into Heidi Payton. Unfortunately, she misses, and that's a really nice tussle there between Bexy Fitcher. Was it with Lucy or was it with Rebecca Kadegaard?
Just telegraphing it too much. It's too scripted. I've got the ball. I would now like a feed.
It looks like a team that maybe lost a bit of confidence in their pass. They just, the pass over the top. Oh, that's
nice.
Absolutely beautiful. And the hands in from Mikey Brown. He started out with his innocent look, and then he got then that little body language says that the referee might have been right. But it's a beautiful move from Bexy Fitch. Oh, that's a shocker there from Jake Cooper.
I think Chris West needs to give that penalty again. Lucy McConnell, unintentionally, was still in the edge of the circle there when he blew the whistle.
Okay.
It's a shame he didn't spot that. But again, another penalty miss.
It's a shame they didn't score it, but they're still two in the lead.
Lack of communication there between the boys. Alex wants to take that shot. Pete's broken away from the post, and he hasn't seen it.
But look at the rhythm. Look at they're really trying to get some tempo and get some movement. They seem to know better where their shot is, and now they're perhaps looking at Rebecca Fitch a little bit more, realising, she's going to come good for us. But if you look at the distances between the players on the outside, they're virtually running up so they can touch each other before they're giving the ball. There's nothing going over the top.
But the long passes they are trying to make, they're telegraphing them. They're making it. They're holding the ball too long almost. I mean, I am a fan of holding the ball, trying to pick out a killer pass, but they're not putting it into space. They're putting it right at the player where they are at that moment, and the defender's just able to turn and just get a hand on it. So again, it's that ball. It's exactly where she is, Halstead, but it's not where she's going to be. You've got to play expansive.
Give a bit of credit to Bristol Thunder. They're really defending aggressive. Oh, that's fantastic from Heidi Payton. Great driving, gets it back from Jacob. Heidi Payton goes in again, but she just missed. Probably 3 or 4 running in shots that she's missed.
But I like the aggression.
I love the aggression. I really love the way
in.
she's getting free. And I think her and Bexley Fitch now are starting to run these Warriors girls ragged. They've just got to put the nail in the coffin and just score these next 2 goals and suddenly get themselves back into this promotion playoff.
Cooper not looking. Had a nice collect position then, but then turned it down to come out and feed again. I don't know if it is a tactic that they are trying to.
I think they're just realising these girls are just running riot at the moment.
Only 4 seconds left in the shot clock.
Yeah, and so I suppose that's the danger when you do pass up those shots, is that you do run into shot clock trouble.
And again, I know it's not on your screens, but we can just see that Bristol are coming together and talking, which I haven't seen from Manchester Warriors, and I think that really is a really important part of your gameplay, is coming together and communicating, telling your team what's not working and what is.
Okay, and they pretty much buy a goal there from Pete McGuigan, downtown, long range, pulls Warriors back to 1. So this is Warriors. This is where Thunder need to punish them. They need to score these goals and put themselves out of sight. Because if you don't, Warriors will eventually, they won't stick around forever and wait for you to score. They will eventually score. Heidi, that's great work between the girls.
I wonder if that should have been a free pass there. Contact on the feed against Bexford.
Might be a little shove there from Ben Dickinson on Dave Payton. Pete McGuigan from range again, picked off by Ruth Barbier. Okay, game well poised. Still, I'm not sure. It is. They're not playing static collect. It is a kind of very. Oh, wow, fantastic pick up. Yeah, I thought there was something in there. There did seem to be a hand in there. Rebecca Cadegaard seemed to have a good line, but the ball didn't come out that cleanly.
That maintains Bristol's 2-goal advantage.
Okay, sometimes your team gets boosted by a change, gives the other division a chance to have a look. It just that Manchester Warriors division has just gone from attack to defence. Just looked like to be struggling a little bit, although this other one wasn't great before, so let's see what they can do. Bristol seem to more have the legs and have the movement at the moment. That's a really great combination between the Barbiers.
How did that not go in?
Soft roll off the top. Wonderful to see Korfball played on a great court like this in a very famous stadium here in the UK, the Copper Box, and that really sums up
worrying signs
Warriors half, really.
Just seem to be struggling to read each other, to know what each other want.
Yeah, Bristol playing really compact. It's really the way they've squeezed themselves in there and still managing to move the ball around. That's a beautiful ball through to Nicky James. Nice lean back. Good fight underneath the post. Oh, Emma Higton got hurt there. Oh no, that looks worrying.
Oh, is it cramp?
I hope it's cramp.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
it looks like cramp.
Yeah, well, because
It looked like a knee
she
for
looked
a
like she
moment.
was holding a knee. And Ruth Barbier slapping her rather heartily on the leg, which I don't think she'd do if she thought she hurt her knee. Yeah, okay, so I suppose that shows the fatigue. Almost just coming up to 2 hours of Korfball.
Yeah, you do forget how physically demanding it is.
You can't play softly. You've got to have to play hard, and they have been playing hard, so it's really great to see them out there.
Come on, Tom, what is it that there's only 3 minutes 43 left on the clock. What is it the Warriors need to do to get back into this?
I really... Okay.
Warriors having a timeout, I believe.
I think they're either going to have to go hell-bent and start to throw the ball around and start to let it flow. Because they haven't. They've looked stunted in the way that they've done. They have to start putting the ball over the top a little bit more, start getting a little bit more compact. Or they pick one player like Mikey Brown and they say, look, Mike, go out, and the other 3 of us are going to support you. And then if you score, then we'll do it. If you don't, we'll all live and die on that. I'd much prefer to see the former, where they actually all go out and say, well, actually, yeah, let's all get out to 6 metres and let's let this ball flow around. And let's see if we can just bend this Bristol defence out of shape a little bit. But after seeing them playing mostly for over 100 minutes today, I'm not quite sure where Manchester Warriors are in terms of that, and maybe it would just be better, like if they say, probably go to Mike or Ben Nicholson and say, all right, let's all support you. Let's see if you can beat your player. Let's see if we can test out Jake Cooper's Achilles. But they don't seem to have made many inroads into it, so I think he's probably fit enough. And this is where Bristol will do well to try. And this is what I like when the clock is in your favour, you can actually stymie it coming out. And Morris should probably work just a little bit harder to get out just a little bit quicker now they realise what Bristol are trying to do. Still plenty of time, only 2 goals, 3.5 minutes to go. But not the angles there yet. All quite close. Ball after Nicholson.
Just snatched from that shot a little bit.
Okay, so let's have a look. 3:05. How long can they eat this for? Well, maybe if they have to tie a shoelace, then they're probably a little bit
Just
longer.
calm her division down. That's a sensible decision.
Yeah, and actually that was probably just a little bit wayward from Zaha. Beautiful
ball.
ball from Ramsey Barbier, from a wonderful move from Nicky James.
I was sure that was
look at her, see her smiling, but I'd be crying inside because that could have really got them back into this promotional tournament. They're 2 goals up. You're going to think that the next goal for Bristol is going to seal this particular game.
That was lovely pressure from Jake Cooper there.
Great turnaround. I mean, I don't think Bristol have played as well as they did perhaps in the first game, but they've really gutsed this game out. And if they're going to go on to win it, Jess, what are you thinking? It's a pretty good turnaround for them, eh?
Oh, definitely. They've really dug deep. I mean, I definitely felt that there was a turning point about, maybe 20 minutes into the first half, where they were playing the same style as Warriors, quite slow, quite controlled. And I feel they just really upped the tempo and went, you know what, no, it's going to hurt, but we are going to have to dig deep for this. But at the moment, it seems to be paying off. Ben Nicholson wins the collect. Mikey Braden will shoot that, but it's off target. Poor passing again. It's lack of movement. We're tired, but you've got to keep moving.
That's a wonderful line there from Ruth Barbier. I tell you what, they've missed some running in shots down there, but it's been really great to see them generating them. But they've got to look to if they're going to continue on in this promo playoff, and it looks like they're going to win this game, although there's still time for Warriors to come back. They just don't look like they're really going to do it. So game on. So both of these teams will have 1 win, 1 loss.
It does open up the pool a bit and makes it interesting.
Well, the next game between that's fantastic. Ruth Barbier. That's pretty much going to seal this game.
Can we just have a massive shout out to Ruth Barbier for coming back to Korfball after having given birth to a beautiful baby girl.
A beautiful baby girl, which they put on Twitter, on Facebook quite a lot. Yes. But honestly, she recovered so well, and physically she was fit. She was fit going into the pregnancy. She ran quite late through term, didn't she? Yeah. And then the first training we had her back at Wales, incredible. But it's a work rate. Her and her husband, they're Korfball crazy, and they're all about fitness. And this is great movement. They look like starting to enjoy it a little bit. Whereas maybe they weren't enjoying the first half. They're starting to enjoy it now. They're looking really good. I'm going to leave you with Jess Beals. I'm going to go down and try and find an interview or two.
Good luck, Tom. Ramsey just turning down that shot there, which Chris West won't allow. See, a free opportunity to shoot there. Ramsey addressed the post, so I think what he's given there is time wasting. Rebecca Cadegaard wanting the ball out the front. She will shoot from distance. Mikey Braden won't miss that, surely. And if he had, it would have been a penalty. Game changes over at 12:10. With only 10 seconds left on the game clock, I do think it's going to be too late. Bexy Fitch just misses the drive-through. And that's it. Bristol, arms in the air. Done themselves proud. Good to get the win. And hopefully tomorrow will bring some equally exciting games for them. Thanks for watching. I've been Jess Davis.
I'm with Heidi Payton from the victorious Bristol Thunder team. What a difference a game makes, what a turnaround.
Yeah, it's been really good just to come and do that job against Manchester Warriors. We've drawn and lost in the season, so it's really good just to come out and get the win when it really matters.
I don't think you played as well as you did this morning. What was the difference between you and Warriors?
I think they stopped us from playing dynamically quite a lot, and they drop, and we couldn't get the rebounds as well, so it was tough to start with, but once we got it going, we were good.
Great to see you and Rebecca Fitch working so well together. Really exciting. Missed a couple of runners, but very positive.
Yeah, I think we've been working all season to really use our strengths and get them goals, so yeah, it's going to come together.
Okay, and now fingers crossed for the rest of the tournament. You've done your part for today. Hopefully if you win tomorrow, you've still got a chance to go up.
Yeah, everything to play for now tomorrow.
Fantastic. All the best, Heidi. Good luck tomorrow. Ross Carr-Taylor, stand-in coach for Bristol Thunder. Dude, good performance from the team, maybe not as good as this morning. Tell me, first of all, you were disappointed losing this morning, of course.
Yeah, of course. I think throughout the game we played the stronger Korfball, no disrespect to Highbury. 4 goals up, they came from behind, they played all the way to the whistle, which is all the Toby could have asked for them. And yeah, we're disappointed, but we played some nice Korfball, that's what I'm happy about.
Okay, and so what was the difference? You come out against Warriors, a must-win game, better game.
Yeah, must-win game. I mean, let's focus on the positives again. They're playing some great Korfball. I've come in at the end for the last 3 or 4 weeks. They've done it through most of the season, so they're playing fast-flowing Korfball. Okay, it still needs a little bit of tweaking, but they're working hard, and the win was the most important thing.
Well, I thought your movement and structure was better than Warriors today. What are you thinking about tomorrow's game? You've obviously still got a chance.
Yeah, we've still got a chance. We could have done with a few more goals at the end there. I did message them during the week to say make sure you practice running in shots, which they assured me they did. Perhaps they need to practice just a little bit more. So, yeah, we need to win by quite a few on Sunday and hope results go our way, and we'll see what happens. Okay,
and in case we can get kicked off, what are you looking forward to in the playoff games later?
I'm excited to see Beck, actually. They obviously got a new coach, playing a slightly different style of Korfball. I'm quite excited to see how they perform.
Well, I'm looking forward to Tornadoes, Trojans. So, okay, I'll see you a bit later, Ross. Thanks very much.
Cheers, Tom. Cheers.